And we are live. We are live. We are live. Sorry, I need a clean cut. Otherwise, you come in and like it fucks up the audio thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Heights. Ian is short compared to.
Oh, okay. So we're bringing it in.
That's
that
what
way.
you're gonna talk about.
That's gonna broach. Okay. I'm shorter.
We're very obsessed with looks here.
We're ranking people by height, and I'm in last place.
Yeah.
Everyone.
I will say the conversation we had right before this is very interesting. It can go down some really dark paths, though, so I don't want to record. Otherwise, we're gonna have to really look at ourselves.
Sure.
Should you make fun of someone's spray tan? Is essentially where we started. So
and we come to the consensus. And I think this is a reasonable judgment. You don't judge people based on things they can't control and that they can't change.
Yeah, but I said that could be a dangerous thing too, right? Like
yes,
I said temporary, and which again that becomes like a nebulous word. I'm sure someone in bad faith. But if someone has a bad haircut,
you can just go to the barber real quick.
If your friend has a bad haircut, yeah, I think that's a little bit of that's grounds for jabbing. I think.
Yeah.
If a really shitty person has a shitty haircut, man, awesome.
Please let them know how shitty their haircut is. On top of exactly. It
has to be a haircut too. It cannot be like they went bald or something.
Yeah, Chris, I have to break it to you.
What's that?
Oh,
it's rising.
It's rising.
Oh,
your hairline.
The hairline.
Oh shit.
Oh no! You know what I did do? Yeah, it probably is. I did do something with my hair.
Okay.
Today though. I've been trying brushing it up as opposed to I usually brush down.
Mm-hmm.
How's that treating you?
I don't know. It's like day 3 of it. I personally don't notice difference.
Okay.
It's gonna happen. One day I will go bald. We'll see.
Oh, that's definitely in the set in the cards for you guys.
Looking down, I will have a. I don't know if it'll be fully bald, but I'll have a bald spot. But I always said I'm not doing the thing of like trying to cover it, or like pretend I don't have it. Right? Like, if I'm going bald, I'm going bald. Exactly.
You're owning it. You're owning the baldness. Okay.
Plus, I'll keep the beard. The bald and beard looks. It's a real virile.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. People love that. It's very popular. Very popular. Oh
yeah. What were we even talking? We were talking about Ian's height before this.
And which is why you shouldn't make fun of someone's height. I mean, look,
I don't know.
It's temporary in the sense that I could break my legs and get the height surgery. I know every short person
has thought about it.
They've thought about it. They talked about it. Definitely, every short gentleman.
I don't even want to ask. I'm not going to ask on recording. I'm not going to ask on recording your actual height.
Okay.
Okay. But if anyone needs to know, it is.
It's not
from shortest to highest. It's Ian, then me, then Nick.
Nick's real tall. He's a very tall gentleman. Yeah. He the first time I met you, I was like, "Oh, it's."
He was like, "Hello, Ian."
No, the first time I met Nick, I do remember having said that I thought you were Chris's older brother because you were so much taller than him, and it was like, "Oh no,
yeah,
oh, yeah."
But Nick's always had a baby face, so like it was a thing of like, if it wasn't, you thought he was older than he was growing up, until you looked at his face and you went, "That's a child."
Oh yes,
yeah.
Oh yes, and I complimentarily I'll say, still very very youthful. Very very youthful seeming. You still got that boyish look about you.
I'm 30 years young. I agree. Thank you.
You're not yet. Not quite.
I might as well be. Doesn't matter. I might as well be.
Oh, age matters. How do you vote or drink or rent a car or join the military?
Join the military, Chris.
Smoke
or survive a mission to a black hole. You have to be on the younger side.
Yeah.
The time
to the black. It wasn't a black hole. It was a sun, right? It was a star.
It was a star in the movie.
Yes. Well, no, unless we're talking about fucking the Nolan flick.
Oh, Interstellar. I thought of it a few times during this picture.
Yeah, Nick brought it up while we were watching it too.
Oh, okay. I wonder if it was the same scene. Was it the spaceship scene?
Oh, I don't know. It was a couple days ago that we watched it.
Okay.
Okay, so we should probably start going with this because I'll be real. There's two possibilities here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out a good pattern for it, but I'm gonna call it for now Crazy Chris's rants.
Okay.
Which are rants that come off from like a small, maybe incidental thing. Incidental.
Mm-hmm.
Not insular. Incidental thing.
Right.
From this. And I have two that I can think of. Although one I do think plays a little bit to the movie, but the other one's like, yeah, Chris is a psycho. And I realize this.
Okay.
About that. About one of them.
Well, we like to give people their inner sickness a voice here. We like to let it really
listen. If take this as a word of advice, people, and I wholeheartedly mean this. If anyone's recording something, like if they're on TV, if they're on a podcast, if they're on videos, there is a part of them that's insane.
Yeah.
Don't assume full sanity.
Oh no.
There's also the Conan O'Brien saying, if you're on TV, on some level, you're a bad person. And I think I would take that if you're on the internet, like putting yourself out there like this, on some level, I agree with that.
Yeah. It's the I think that we said this in the old show ages ago. This is an older joke, but it's the Patton Oswalt, you didn't do good, Mom. I'm up here. I'm a fat comedian who talks about his penis. This isn't healthy. Look at me. It's so fucking yeah. You wouldn't. Something went wrong. Yeah.
But it didn't went wrong or go wrong or when it doeth the wrongeth was the space mission in Hail Mary. It worked. It did it. We did. Hey, we're talking about Hail Mary today. I should have brought up the info. I know it's oh shit. That ruined OBS a little bit there. It's fine. Directed by Christopher Miller and Phil Lord.
And written by them, I believe, as well, right?
Yeah, did they fully write the script? I thought someone else also helped.
Oh, Drew Goddard.
Who's written a bunch of things. He's kind of like, if I'm thinking of the right guy, I'm pretty sure he's a big like screenplay writer or like has written a lot of things.
No, yeah.
Drew Goddard. Oh, IMDb credits Drew Goddard and Andy Weir. Mm-hmm. Which anyway, this is an Andy Weir novel who wrote The Martian as well. And Drew Goddard also helped adapt that, so there you go. Oh shit. That's where I know Drew Goddard for. He wrote and created the Daredevil TV series.
Oh,
which starts good.
Yes, it does.
Starts good.
Goes a bunch of ways there.
Yeah, it does go a bunch of ways. Anyway, I think Hail Mary. I was surprised how much I liked it.
I would say it's a kind of throwback movie in its really style for me.
Yeah. Although very Christopher Miller and Phil Lord. Like, and we'll get into it. So, like, what did you all know? Let's go into the rising action.
Sure.
What did we all know about the movie going in? Nicholas, what did you know? Sorry, your full government name.
Well, Christopher.
Please, Mr. Christopher.
You're right. Mr. Christopher, the founding father member.
PhD.
No. Medical doctor, MD, Esquire.
Sir, I was knighted.
Oh wow!
Wow, before they died, before
Reverend.
No, the current one, the prince, and all that.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Trying to get it in under the wire. Hey, that's the thing. What happens? Who takes over when Prince Charles dies?
Oh, when Charles III dies.
Charles III. Yeah, that's right.
It'll be It's gonna be his son that hates his brother now. That's
damn it! I
thought allegedly. This is all. Okay. I don't follow it, but that's how I understand it from the outside, guys. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I thought it was ending. I thought that'd be great.
Oh, I mean, I will say this because I somewhat stay on top of these things. Least popular it's ever been. It's now at 45% think that Britain should become a republic, which is like I can't believe that's 60% that's still like, no, let's keep it going.
Keep it rolling. Let's keep
it rolling. I think we're gonna hit something big soon if we just.
This is an imperialistic country that still wants to hold on to the old ways and that thinks tradition is still like fucking important. But like anyway, Hail Mary, Nick.
Mary.
What'd you know? You're on this side on my video.
Okay. Well,
hey,
I would say
people don't know. I do try to point to exactly where they are on the screen, and like it's switched up today.
And for the audio listeners, he is absolutely pointing towards me.
Hey,
there it is.
This guy.
That's true.
This guy.
I mean, besides the trailer, besides the main trailer, and that sort of some of the names attached to it. I mean, we had our own episodes about Spider-Verse, so
yeah.
We're already pretty from Clone High as well, so we're pretty familiar. Phil Lord and Chris Miller's deal. I think beyond that, I'm not too familiar. Like I remember watching The Martian back then, so I'm familiar with.
I never watched The Martian, so that's like where I'm going to start.
It's good.
Sorry, sorry. Yeah, I heard it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
Worst person in my D&D group was reading The Martian at the time.
No.
It wasn't terrible. Although, you know what? I found out some shit after. So, after I left. So maybe I'll stand by that, but who knows? So I'm sorry, Nick. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm not gonna air out laundry on it.
I mean, now or
never.
I've
been out of it. Sorry, I've been out of it for a while, so like they can't fight it.
Now or never.
They can kick me out of the D&D group if they want. I haven't played D&D in like over a decade, I think, or maybe a decade.
Oh wow.
They were both bad experience at whatever. It's fine. Nick, go.
Nick, go.
I'm sorry.
Wait, I moved from Nicholas to Nick Go.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, I'm
just
sorry.
N. Anyway, N. No, it's good. Yeah, I mean, besides that, I think that's pretty much it. I also knew kind of going in that it was also going to be the same screenplay writer working from The Martian again. So, and this is like Andy Weir's latest book because it's on 2021. Wow. So
that's Martian's crazy to think about. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. We'll come back to that, but put a pin in that. That's interesting to think about.
Yeah, I mean, because The Martian is his first book, so that's
that I knew.
That's 2014. So, I mean, it is interesting thinking back, and I'm curious, like a lot of decisions going into it for the script. Since now in this one, I knew it was going to be Andy Weir and Goddard like working on it together. So, in terms of what I've known going in, that was pretty much it. Those kind of like points. I didn't know what the plot was really.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get that. Ian, what'd you know before I get into my shit?
I too had watched The Martian and was pretty impressed by it. I think that I was aware of the reputation of when Hail Mary was published as a novel in 21.
Yeah.
It was almost immediately super popular, almost immediately optioned for a movie.
Yeah, I remember that being a big deal.
And I think
it makes one Ryan a little Reynolds, suspicious.
I mean, sometimes there are hits. Sometimes there are
does happen.
Hits.
Yeah.
It does happen, and I will say that I think the subject matter or the ethos of the story is like probably a big part of why it succeeded so well, in my opinion. I think that was a big part of what got it so as popular as it was. So all I really knew about it was kind of that it was going to be a hopeful pro-science story from someone who was super into, because I know Andy Weir had made a few appearances on Star Talk with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh, I didn't know
that. Talking about the kind of formulation of his fictional alien world and the premises of the science in the book being pretty well researched, truthfully. At least more researched than you need to for a fiction novel. You can like
I forgot what interview I once read from a science. Oh, you know what? I think this was in college. I read a bunch of things from like different authors, and they were talking about writing sci-fi, right? And the guy was like, I think I do want to just try my hands at a fantasy novel for the next one. That's what I'm working on right now. Because science fiction, I do so much fucking research. And like, how much of it does really matter, dude? Like, when you're really thinking about it. But like, so a lot of it's a service to, if you do everything right, you're not going to notice anything at all. And that's kind of the magic trick, is that you pull it off. But then again, if you're just a good writer, then who fucking cares?
Who gives a shit?
Who cares, right? Is what they said. And then I think my favorite part of that is it quotes the author, his blurb, and then it says, check out his latest book, the one that came after this quote, the science fiction novel, which means he went back because it was just familiar. He couldn't help himself.
Oh my god!
So I think that's funny.
That is funny.
But like, I get it. It's an interesting conversation to have, right? Like, about that.
Yeah. So I think that's about all I really knew going into it. What about you, Chris?
What did I know about Project Hail Mary before going in is the question Ian is asking me right here. What I knew before going in? Not much. We saw a trailer. I forgot what movie me and Nick were watching in a movie theater. But it felt like they showed us too much, which I guess in retrospect they didn't, because it's not the whole point of the movie. But they show Ryan Gosling meeting an alien, and I went, I kind of wish I didn't know that. Like, I wish.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they would, like, and it's not the whole point of the movie, but like, it is one of the most important aspects of the movie.
Yes.
And I would have liked that as a surprise.
I'll say I was so much. I managed to not have that spoiled for me. Thank goodness.
Nice.
It's so well because of The Martian. I was anticipating something more procedural throughout. Like the start is very. Here's the process of science. How we're doing this to learn this. So when the fantastical part of alien life did come into it, it was like, oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it becomes such a big, important part of it.
Yes. Yeah.
And then what else I know? I mean, I knew the people going in. I knew it was Christopher Miller and Phil Lord, who I now have a little bit more complicated feelings on, but overall, I really love their work. Right?
Okay.
And then before that, which I think made me watch it, was because I'm a character and I'm not a person with depth and emotion, which is me watching a Jason Pargin video on him talking about it, and how like Andy Weir is quoted to saying he doesn't write his stories to be political, or they're not political pieces, right? To which Jason Pargin argues, which is baffling to say, because I think his stuff is overtly and crazy political, because it's all about being pro-science and also showing how science actually works. It's not taking it's not doing the thing of like movies of, we're just gonna give it to the cowboys and they're gonna ride off And then do it. No, real science is slow. It's plotting. It requires a lot of work, a lot of manpower, a lot of thinking, in order to get stuff done. And there's even scenes in this movie, and that's what a lot of these scenes in this movie show. Although smartly, they intercut it with Ryan Gosling being on the spaceship, right? So it's still entertaining to watch and all that.
Yeah.
But there is stuff like, okay, we have to think about what are they going to do for food? What are they going to do for, how are they going to stay asleep for so long? And like all this, and all this stuff. That's what a lot of science is. It's a lot of really smart people trying to figure out problems. Like,
and early on, I think one of the great parts of that, like really early on, is Ryan Gosling's theory is proven wrong about this life.
I love that.
And they're like,
I love that, by the way, that he's wrong.
We now know that that's not true. That's science. You have a guess, and it's an educated guess, but you can be wrong, and that's all part of it. That's cool. I loved that so much.
The point of which was, and the point of that scene too, like that exactly in what you're talking about, but also him being chosen for that project is because he was the only person that could figure that out.
Yeah.
Like, he was the only person that could really... Well, he tested with other people, but they needed someone who was trying to think outside the box and be like, we need to prove with every last fiber in our being that this is active life, right? This is a living being, not just some weird weapon or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
So, let's just get into the movie then. Let's just get into the climax.
Okay.
Oh, well, real quick, back to Jason Parkin's point.
Yes.
Because me and Nick had to talk about this, where it's like, we're both pretty sure what's going on. Is that he's just kind of saying that because if he said it was political, then it would put less butts in the seats, and that's just bad money wise. And that's the more cynical view. But I don't think Andy's like. I think Andy Weir is very smart. Or at least it feels like it is, reading all the stuff and everything, right? So he's probably making that deliberate choice. Versus just, if he fully believes that's not political, that to me seems stupid. And I don't think that's the case, right? Maybe stupid's too harsh, but feels dumb.
It's willfully missing the point, I think. Well, and I agree.
That's why I'm convinced by the money thing. Money always makes more sense to me.
He's intelligent enough to say, well, I mean, more so what he's saying is, I did not write something that is explicitly partisan to expound my political beliefs.
Which would, like, isolate people, right? Like, and make them feel hostile towards this movie.
Right.
And that's a good way to get people to not watch it.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, I would say any story ultimately has the writer's politics. Like, that's
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Again, and I think he realizes that, which is why I think the movie, the money reason is why he says it, right?
Yeah.
Because we have to remember, people just lie. These fucking things. But we know our stances here. It's all political, no matter what. No matter how much you try to help it, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you trying to help it is in itself a political statement, but like, there's plenty of documentation on our rants on that.
Yes. This is true.
But let's get into the movie. All right. So Rocco's like the fucking best, dude.
Yeah. Rocky is pretty great.
And we're kind of touching upon one of Crazy Chris's rants.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just gonna say I would let the entire human race die for that rock.
You'd built such a close rapport.
You heard it here first, folks.
You're all doomed. If you're
never leave it in. If there's an adorable, lovable mascot character, God forbid I have anything to do with it.
If you drug me and put me on a rocket ship, get ready to get fucked back, America. I'm not helping any. That's.
Oh man. Okay, so you're actually touching upon my second crazy rant. So we'll get on.
Okay.
Thing later.
Okay.
But yeah, what is? Yeah, so what about the movie? Because it's really long, and I don't think we can do a play-by-play.
No, it's like an almost 3 hour. It's 10 minutes shy of a 3 hour movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
which one thing to this movie's credit, it flies, it goes like
Yeah.
it. I think the pacing is so fucking good in this movie. And I was explaining the slow science. They show that, and they still make it lovable, exciting, fun to watch. It's got their little touches on there. There's comedic moments with deadly serious people. But like they know that little magic trick, right? Which is they give you someone who looks deadly serious, but you give them just a little bit of like a lovable trait, and man, you're all in. You're all in.
Yeah.
Why? Because we're starved to see the good.
Yes.
And others, and we will take an abuser. We will take the psycho. But no, there's great scenes. I'm thinking of the moments in Lowe's and doing science experiments. I think scenes with the kids is funny, where he's explaining what's going on in the sense of that's obviously supposed to be a surrogate for us, the audience.
Yeah.
Just to quickly explain what's fucking happening with the sun.
Yeah.
Or where the little children going, what do you mean the sun's going away and all that.
Yes.
But it's also a good thing to be like, to motivate for a future. You're doing this for the kids, you're doing this for a possible future for them and all that. So just as a structural thing of them going back and forth between the being on the ship and back on Earth, where and you're following these little lines of here's the problem, we're solving it. Here's the problem, we're solving it. Here's the problem, we're solving it. Which in a sense is still procedural, but you get to alternate between back and forth and like match up where they are in different experiments, right? And like to control emotion that way. Yeah. It's super smart, it's super good, super entertaining. It's I think it's almost structurally sound movie. It's one of the few that I don't complain it's that long. Because I do think the pacing is so well. Like, if what I said makes sense. But like that's where I feel about
that. I'll say I agree about the pacing. I think that it's incredibly quick paced, despite being it doesn't feel as long as it is. No. Because the movie's always giving you something new to kind of chew on, and it also has a really good pacing as far as giving you mystery and then saying, we'll pay this off, but you gotta wait.
How are they going to solve this?
We have some dead bodies. You gotta wait. We'll tell you, but hold on. Yeah.
And while they're still talking, it's both not condescending. It doesn't feel like they're talking down to you about the science stuff, but they're also doing a well enough explaining because you believe it, because he's a teacher. And he's going to explain different routes. And he's the black sheep in the group, sort of. Because he's a teacher and he can talk to normal people. To people outside of like a scientific field.
Yes.
Which we'll get into kind of the point of the film. Or at least what we got out of it. What is there any particular scenes you all want to start with? Are we all just cool with being like, yo, Rocky's the best? And like,
I want to do a quick comparison and then get your thoughts on the language barrier scene, like the first moments we get to meet Rocky, because I don't mean this negatively, I mean this positively. I was thinking a lot of the Amy Adams and the Arrival film, when we got the airlock scene and they're working on how to communicate to one another.
Yes, which is very funny. That is exactly what me and Nick compared it to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because it's very similar.
Yeah, it is very similar.
With very similar premises for those movies.
Yes. But
too similar.
Some of us say. Was it too similar for you guys? Was it too much of an homage?
I think it's different enough that I believe it. He wrote it in that book. When did that book come out? That's I didn't even
2021. So after it did come
2021.
After. Yeah.
This did come out after Arrival, and I really like Arrival. And Arrival, for people who don't know, that movie is not about alien invasion. I mean, it kind of is about alien invasion, but really, what that movie is about, it's about teaching, and it's about
first contact.
And first contact. It's about breaking barriers with other aliens, and how do we have a failure to communicate, right?
Right.
Granted, I think this one's a more positive outlook on that, but also it's different because that is an alien invasion, right?
Of a sort, yeah.
And to be fair, everything in history and in biology tells you that's a bad thing.
Yes.
Because why does a species come over if not to take over resources and all that, right?
Well, and that's the other thing is both of these movies have in common is benevolent, aliens that want a brotherhood of we are actually more alike than we are different, and it's better if we collaborate because, oh my gosh, so we've made reference to it already, listeners. The relationship between Ryan Gosling and this puppet is crushingly good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
That's the if that wasn't in the movie, which I don't know what the movie would be then.
Right.
Because that is what makes this different from The Martian, at least from what I've seen from it. That's what makes it different from Arrival, because it becomes a buddy comedy almost.
Yeah.
Buddy science comedy. That is, it's the heart. It's literally the heart and soul of the entire story, right? You would not. People would not care about this movie if not for Rocky and Ryan Gosling's relationship as Grace.
Yeah.
And it's good. I don't know how it's I like the idea that the human's dumber than the Rock, because Adrian is Adrian's the wife of Rocky.
That's
Rocky is a mechanical genius, but he's also caring, and he comes from a species that really care and look out for each other, which is why they're doing the whole ship thing to go in. But that sets up Ryan Gosling teeing up. It's a perfect pairing with Ryan Gosling as a teacher, in that they can break down barriers, even if Rocky's condescending in some cases or bossy. Because yes, he is a smarter being, and they exist on a different dimension they exist on a different level from everything.
And there's also moments where they have it is mutual exchange. It's not just that Rocky does come across as the cleverer character ultimately, but I think he says relativity and biochem were not developed on their planet, so they just have no conception of any of that until their contact with Grace.
Yes.
And
which
then,
biochemistry makes 100% sense.
Yeah.
Right? For a rock. for a rock being.
Yes. So I mean the idea that, because the implication at the end of this movie, I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but the implication, I guess, at the end is not only are we going to be able to fix the problem, but we now have first contact technologies that we're just going to be able to, boom, terraforming, apparently, boom,
Yeah. But again, it only works because you set up these two species who are looking for solutions. And again, it plays into the scientific aspect. On some level, they're both scientists, but they're not just scientists. The scientists who are able to communicate, right? They're not trapped in their own field and have sealed off humanity, right? They can embrace, or for lack of a better term with Rocky, the Rockies, which are to communicate and to express yourself and your problems and your and be able to bond and all this stuff with each other, as opposed to a cold scientist or anything. Not saying all scientists are cold. However, I did go to a engineering heavy school as an English major, and man, let me fucking tell you. Okay, I had a professor. He's one of my favorite professors I've ever had. and I think he did get it. I don't know if it was a requirement. I would have to double check, but it's something he himself fought for. And he was talking about the story about like him arguing to the school and all that to make it mandatory for science majors to have a humanities course, a high level humanities course, not just like the GE stuff, right?
Right.
That they had to do, and like making stuff like count for credits for them, because he's a big sci-fi guy. He's a big sci-fi and fantasy guy, and he's also a big science dude. Mm-hmm. Because he knows how fucking important that is for people who just drown themselves in sciences, because you start forgetting the human aspect of it. Mm-hmm. You get a bunch of weirdos who don't know how people work, right? And start making choices. And we're kind of seeing that today in a lot of like, oh well, the computer, like big tech companies, computer guys, those are the people that should be leading, when they can't even like relate to another human being, right?
Oh yeah.
Or know how people work.
Oh yeah.
No, that dude was baller. He was ahead of his time. Well,
yeah.
He was just like, he's a student of like original sci-fi guys and all that. But I wouldn't. Sorry, I just want to say, in case he's listening, you were 100% right, dude. Like, you're so fucking right. Like, you fought that good fight, and I hope like people realize how important what you did was.
Yeah. He's a hero. He truly is.
Anyway.
Yes.
Humanities are important. You can't just be, in order to bridge gaps, right?
So much so. Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But yeah, so this relationship between Ryan Gosling and Rocky is, and I've been seeing, Nick has even shown me like fan art from people are making of just their love.
They're sweet but bubbled love.
Yes. And I love and like even they're trying to solve problems and how to like be able to work with each other and making all that work. It's just a movie. It's such a satisfying fucking movie of like, here's the problem and they solve it, and it's a real fucking smart way that they solve this, right?
No.
Like nothing feels unearned, nothing feels like, yeah, there are some jumps, like if you think of like how Rocky's technology worked, but you accept that because it's an alien technology. And who gives a shit, right? Yeah. Like, because our main character doesn't even know. So you're on his level too, right? Like you always feel like you're on Ryan Gosling's level, and that's just like such a careful and genius. Yeah, and it's the whole point of the movie. It's so well done.
Yeah,
and it's genius in that way to keep the audience member on the same level, right? But to also like, he's also smart, so you feel smart. So you're watching it, and you're solving it with it. And then they do it, and you're like, yeah. And like, dude, it's just literally a magic trick for writing. It's great. This is what good writing like accomplishes, you know?
Yeah.
And like good storytelling. Yeah. It's excellent. Again, I went into this movie kind of being like, I don't know. And I was fully surprised, you know, with stuff like that.
I have a question for you guys that I think would be some good conversation about the movie, which is, so I watched this with John. We were catching it, and he made the comment that this feels Spielbergian.
I can see it.
I kind of see it too. Like, and maybe we can try and touch on the elements of what that means. Because like the first thing that comes to my mind is just like a very old-fashioned feeling of unironic hopefulness. Just like, hey, if we buckle down, if we work together collaboratively, if we can, you know, figure out the right perspective, there's nothing we can't do. We can do it, you know.
Yeah, insurmountable odds, like classic style storytelling, right?
Yeah,
it's almost Greek in that sense. You get the buddy, you got the parent. Well, I don't know about Greek, but you know what I'm saying. It's like very classic storytelling, insurmountable odds. You have a friend.
You have Enkidu. You have
two unlikely friends. Yeah, you have Enkidu. You have ET. You have whatever the fucking thing was from
Tell him.
what?
In this essay, I will be arguing how E.T. the Extraterrestrial and Inky Doo from fucking Epic of Gilgamesh.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my god!
And you get ready for what I was gonna name the third one. The fucking whatever the fucking alien was from Super 8. And like, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys? Should I go back and watch Super 8? Because I remember being like, yeah, this is good. But then I thought after I watched that movie, this was like in high school. I was like, I should have loved that movie, and I didn't. And I don't know why. Maybe I should go back and check it out.
My memory of the movie,
and
I'll quickly say, is that it was fine, and I had a cynical kind of reaction the way, like I did to what do you call it, Stranger Things, of maybe I'll just watch the movies I like instead of this. This memory of
we all hit that moment, dude. We all hit that. But now because of me, I've opened your mind to the idea of no, you have to watch things you don't like and that are bad.
It's valuable. There's value.
It really is. You can't learn otherwise. If someone's just telling you the things you want to hear, both not just like verbally, but also in art.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? What? How are you gonna ever grow? Like, yeah. You should know what's bad and why it's bad.
You have to some degree, engage with movies and books and things that are like off, so that you can have the strength of honestly just the what's the word that everybody is apparently lacking based on articles recently.
I don't know.
Media literacy.
Ian, dude. People are saying that now. I've been saying that shit since like fucking college, dude. Once they started really learning media literacy, I went, oh, no one has this.
We have to pick up this thread after the record. I've got a whole rip for that. Okay.
Yeah, 100%. Granted, I think it's more important than ever, and I like there. Oh man, yeah. Well, that's a whole thread.
Yes. Oh my god.
Hey man, movies might be religion in America, and I think I agree with that statement once I heard it.
Oh yeah.
Now the question is the most important religion. We'll see.
Well.
Yeah. Project Hail Mary.
Hail Mary. Nick, what's some of the things that stood out to you, man?
Yeah.
I mean, I actually was going to ask a question to both of you about a certain sequence because, I guess to preface, I took a few classes from Phil Lord, like director's class over the years. He did talk about this one. I mean, one of the main points was his own process about how he kind of takes advantage of the first act in the sense of he makes a lot of 1.5s and then a lot of more like the fun sequence, like montage sequence are there, like the Dragon, Big Hero 6, like we're flying, we're having a good time,
right.
Sightseeing before the setup for Act 2. So I that's what I kind of noticed going in. I even mentioned to Chris while watching how I think this might be the movie with the most montages out of everything.
You could even argue it's one big montage, right? Like,
yeah,
going for, and it's all edited. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I say because there is a lot to get across fast.
Yes, and like how I was mentioning, the structure of this movie really is problems. Let's solve it smartly, keep the character, and keep it progressing, right? But it doesn't feel like, oh god, what the fuck were we watching, Nick? Where it was just and then go. Right? Was go with where I said this? No, it might have been Avatar. Not the original series, but a certain thing in Avatar. It was Go, right? Yeah, where this is. Oh man, this very much is, and then. Right?
We are watching the highlight of what could be a movie.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
I did not like Go. Visually, it's amazing. I have nothing against the animators. It's just directing, storytelling, and writing, and in some cases, voice acting. You know what? Well, it's fine. That's neither here or there. But you're totally right. Like how much montages are in this movie, and I kind of get what he's saying. Like to keep that all, like to do a lot of the fun things in Act 1, gets the audience hooked in, gets you interested, and then it's that, what's it called? It's like giving you a really like. It feels like it gives you like a rushing start or a head start, right, on the rest of the movie. That then you can start playing around with stuff, getting weird, and like slow down, get emotional, because now you're invested, you know, and all that, and you're gonna finish it. So you just got to bring it on home. But that's hard work, right? That's hard work to do as well. Yeah, you're totally right. How many montages are in this movie to keep things up? But again, it feels effective. It feels efficient.
Yeah, it works
in the sense that like you feel, for being almost 3 hours, there's every scene in here you're like, yep, that scene was utterly important.
Yeah.
Even the scene where they're in Lowe's, it's to bring like lightness to this character who you think is going to be having his back, and then you get that heartbreaking scene where he's watching over Ryan Gosling as he's like tackled to a ground and drugged.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the last thing he sees before being shot into space.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'll quickly say I could see a different person's take of adapting the novel and just cutting out all the hanger stuff, all the stuff in the box in the box. Like, okay, you can just say that happened.
Yeah.
Like I could see people definitely trying to trim this down of like, well, movies got to be too. So we've talked a lot about how the industry meddles in final projects. I'm grateful that the movie is as long as it is, because again, the pacing is
the first one in a while. Like, it might be the first one since like RRR, where I went 3 hours is earned.
Well, Hollywood kind of burned us because we went through a period about 20 years ago where we were doing a few really long like Lord of the Rings had just done it, and we were like, yeah, we'll do a 3.5 hour movie and like anyway, all of that to say is we've meddled with pacing before, and I think that the fact that Hollywood did not say, the studio, I'll be specific, did not say like, nah, too long, get it down to like 2 hours and 10, like I'm grateful that Philip Lord and his writing partner have the clout. I think that's a part of it, is the people who are involved to say, no, this is how we need to do it.
Yeah, they have so much good faith, right? And you're right with Hollywood right now. Like everything they've done has made a bunch of money.
Money hand over fist.
Who just knows with the Spider-Verse stuff? But that's a whole conversation for another thing.
I was gonna say. Well, my question was gonna be for both of you.
Sure. Yeah.
What would you guys think?
Sorry.
What? No, I didn't ask a question. I didn't say anything.
Go ahead. My bad.
What did you think? What do you think the question was?
I thought the question was, did you think it was good? They did
I was like,
did like movie?
Yeah. You like Chris? You like movie? Chris. Oh, did Chris like movie? No, Chris didn't like movie. Chris, Chris,
not good.
Are you patting his head? He's like, oh, he liked it. What? No, Nick, what's your question for us?
That's so fun. Oh no, Nick's gonna do that to me now. Okay.
Good movie. Keep going.
Chris, movie good. Oh, Chris no like movie. Chris movie bad. Movie bad. Chris.
Opposing come up.
Oh, but Chris happy. Chris happy.
Oh my god.
Oh no, Chris still not happy, even though movie.
Are you Mojo Jojo?
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god. What was the question?
Why were they the same before and then after the hour? How come nothing happened?
Yeah, like.
No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, what?
My question was.
That is movie trips. It's fine.
My question was gonna be, what did you guys think of the sort of escalation of his importance, going from a teacher and then being the most important person to save the world.
I wonder why you want to ask us this.
Yeah, about the teacher's treatment from the higher up.
All right, full disclosure in case anyone hasn't hasn't heard us talk about it before. Ian much more than I, but we both have teaching experience.
Yes.
Granted, I would barely call my shit teaching experience, especially because I look back and go, "Wow, I should have been. If I was a teacher, I should have been fired because I did not. I don't think I enriched that student's life. There's no way. There's no way I did, or if I was a teacher, I failed in moments, right? Mentoring and everything. And sorry, I'm still like thinking about the Chris movie. Good.
My thing I'll tell everyone, I worked in education for a long time. I worked in special ed for child development for a long while.
Yeah.
Those children's lives are so enriched, and I can prove it by nothing more.
I already told you the story of like where I felt like, oh, dude, I failed that kid in that moment because I didn't say, like, I didn't give one word of it. Or no, it wasn't that I didn't give one word of encouragement. Is I noticed something and I didn't say anything.
That will haunt you, man.
It will haunt me forever. It will haunt me forever. I still think about it. I hope he's all right. He's probably an adult now. He probably barely even remembers me. It's fine.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. I was just gonna say, working for the school district, it had been in a time where you or just I don't know, I'd watch all the Hannibal movies.
Fuck yeah.
All in a time. And I started to, without realizing it, mirror the language of specifically "Do you see?" from Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
Revealing his. So I would be like talking to these kids. I would explain like something, and I'd be like, "Do you see?" and then the children, of course, because you're the mentor, mirror you,
of course.
And so just the thought of how many children are going out into the world and with the exact cadence of Dustin Hoffman in the serial killer movie. Do you see? Do you see now?
Do you see what I mean? Do you see it? The sparkly pants on the tiger. Do you see it?
Do you see it?
look how much it shines on.
You see.
You see. You see now.
You see now.
You see.
Chris, you see now. Movie good.
You see now.
Good? Yes. You see now. Movie good.
Better than ever. Better than could be.
Zootopia movie 1. You see good.
But like,
Tiger
here's
Shorts.
a not.
You see. Chris good.
I have a not joke answer to Nick's question, which is that does tie back into probably the politics of it, of the the person who is at the bottom of society's rung, a middle school teacher, like, it's a joke. It's almost formulated exactly as a joke of like, a middle school science teacher is the person who has to rescue us all. And there's I mean, I think there is something in that. I don't know that he's necessarily making the argument that, middle school science teachers are the thing that will save the future, but would it be wrong to take that away?
Yeah, no, but I think what's more of traits of a teacher, traits that make you a good teacher. Right. And it's more about like the combination of things. Being one, he's an outside thinker. He knows his shit when it comes to science, so much so that he has a rebellion streak to him of going against the grain and like not just regurgitating what everyone else is saying, right? Which is what you need for real fucking problem solving.
Yes,
you need someone to be like, no, everything we did fail. Here's how we can change things up to see if it's different, right? Because I already know how to prove things are right. But like, we got to figure out the things that aren't explained yet. Even though I do agree, okay, so this may be the writer in me too, because I've also written stuff in like that same sci-fi class where I went, why does a living being have to be organic or water based in nature? I made a being of light. I just essentially I've never watched Star Trek. I made those beings from Star Trek. That I found out later that are just balls of light.
Yeah.
But I when it exists in the fourth dimension, and when you meet it, you know everything you're ever gonna say to it, and it's gonna ever communicate to you, but you don't understand it because it's beyond your scope.
Sure.
And it's like, great, that's an entertaining character to write a story about, Chris. Good job. Someone you can never talk, something you can never talk to or be talked to by. No, but it's that combination of like being able to bridge gaps, to explain things on, to talk to a person on their level,
to be personable,
right? To be personable. And to give a shit, like to care about, like, you already care about the future no matter how much you're willing to admit it,
right?
Just by the stake of what you're doing, and you know what the stakes are. It's these kids, it's everything, without having to say, like it's the kids, man. We gotta do it for the kid. And like having people say we gotta do it for the future. No, because, and this is a sad fact in reality, man. A lot of adults just do not give a shit about like the future. It's real fucked up. Like, and I'm willing, like, that's something you really learn when you're teaching kids. Man, it's fucked. It really is. Yeah.
The kind of like naked nihilism that people live their day-to-day lives with. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Fucking insane. Yeah, all right. I dug up some shit, but like it's.
That's what I was looking for, because, like, I mean, clearly this movie is pulling from something that's very.
Yeah.
No, 100%. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, especially how it ends, right? Like,
yeah, man. I think he makes the right fucking choice. I don't know. Listen, if I was shot into space and I met my fucking best friend out there, you best fucking believe I ain't going back. Like,
nope.
If that rock gets me, I get him. Why am I gonna go back to the people who drugged me and I don't even remember my name?
That's true.
No,
he doesn't have anyone.
Oh yeah, that also makes sense. I don't know if in the book if he actually has someone, but like they do their best to be like cut ties, right? Like, and like you only care about the future and all that.
Yeah.
Again, all of his motivation makes sense. If like, or I wonder if they it probably was the other way around, because the motivation is not that crazy, but you do everything you can to serve that motivation within the character by being hyper specific. Which is what they're doing here, I think. I don't know. I would have to know the writer's process and all that, but yeah, I think it is. I mean, for the whole point of the movie, it has to be a teacher, right? I don't think it'll make sense any other way. Maybe a social like worker or something, but that means they also had to be academic at some point in their life and choose social work instead of science. But
Gosling has, his character, at least Grace, has a master's in I think biochem. It was yeah.
And people are like, hey, he's teaching middle school. I'm like, dude, I had high school teachers that were doing like had full on masters or like PhD candidates.
Job market's rough, guy. Don't know what to
tell
you.
It's fucked. Yeah. But also some people do choose it because that's what they want to do.
And he clearly loved being a teacher. Yeah.
Kids love them. Everyone's saying, hey man, that Korg that he has, that he just has that kid sitting. Me and Nick were trying to figure out how expensive it was. Because we recognized it. Yeah, he did a Korg. So she has a Korg MIDI. They're already. Because Ian doesn't play music. But Ian, one of the students have a very expensive what's called a Korg MIDI or MIDI controller. And I'm sure go ahead, Nick.
No, it's a roll-in.
Oh, it's a roll-in? I thought it was a Korg. My bad. Has a roll-in, which aren't roll-ins more expensive?
Yes, that's what I was saying. Like,
gotcha. Okay, MIDI. So it's a little piano that you can program sounds. You can program maybe loops and like do all this stuff. They're very expensive. And that middle school student, if they just like
they drop that,
get a little too excited, And we were trying to figure out. Nick, you said it was probably an older model, right? Just based on like what it was in the back.
Yeah, because like they don't do that anymore. Usually they just have it on the top. But to have it on the side like that, I mean, That was my guess. Also, a lot of the outputs on the side were also a bit older. So that's where I was at. Yeah.
Yes. And Nick makes music, folks.
Do I?
Oh, sorry. No. I was gonna say that fucking kid is gonna wreck. Took me out of the movie. 2 stars.
Failing.
I'm sorry, Nick. Was there anything else about the Roland?
No, that was it.
All right. Yeah. Okay, so what else about the movie? Because let's start wrapping it up. Because is there any last thing about the movie we saw? But there's a lot. It really is. So we can't cover it all, but like at the end of the day, it's a good movie. Go watch it. But like anything, any last specific thing before we get into what we got out of
it. Let me see here.
Nick, anything? Although Nick, I think that was a really good question. Do I have anything?
Yeah.
I like the puppetry in that movie, and I'm glad they were puppets because I think it added to the charm. I really do. I think it adds to the charm of Rocky. It adds to the charm of all those kids, the Rock children.
Yeah.
Rock cats, I'm calling them. And the fucking it was a bummer scene to see all the people die on the way to space, and it's only the teacher.
Yeah.
But it's to add to the Hail Mary, very American.
Yes.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. What else? No, I think I touched the big points I wanted to make about this movie.
Yeah.
Besides my rants, if I want to do them later.
Please.
All right, we'll see.
Okay, we got time.
Hey, yeah, that's not for you to say. Should we just go into what we got out of it then?
Yeah, let's get into that.
All right. Ian, what did you get out of Project Hail Mary?
I got 2 things I'm going to say. One being, they're both related, but one being like not just a great movie, but a great hopeful piece of science fiction.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like, excuse me, it seems a lot like Andy Weir's writing is kind of going back to 60s science fiction, like Asimov, like people who predominantly had visions of the future wherein humanity ultimately gets over its worst shit and collaborates and does something really wonderful with technology. And
very Star Trek as well. Like,
yeah, if we don't have stories like that, then I think that the less inclined our reality is to come towards something like that. So I'm grateful on those grounds that it's a good movie that's hopeful in that way.
Because one could argue like the cynical. Sorry, just because you reminded me of something real quick.
Yeah, sure.
One could argue the cynical the cynical sci-fi where like AI is gonna take over the fucking Terminator is gonna happen, aliens are gonna happen, has led to us like it didn't make it. Well, if it made a difference, it made it in the wrong way, in a sense that we're still doing that shit, and it's just consigned. People like have consigned to it, bend over back. No, we're just gonna let it take over, and I'm gonna make sure it happens that it takes over, and all that versus the hopeful fighting against the problem and all that. Which is what we should have gone from those movies, but whatever, because stay with us, folks. Media literacy. So, it's I like that it's hopeful too. I'm with you on that. I'm sorry, Ian. Okay.
Then the last part related to that point is just I loved that Project Hail Mary really does feel like a classic Hollywood blockbuster, and I mean that positively. It's
100%.
This is. I'm not prepared to say that it's in the same strata of film, but it made me think of Jurassic Park Jaws. Like it's a big spectacle movie.
Yeah.
That's like, oh wow, it's it was crazy, but I'm still kind of uplifted and moved and awed. And
the heart keeps you locked in.
Exactly right. Exactly. It's as big as things get. Honestly, I think we talked about Interstellar on the show at some point when it came out, maybe, or maybe
Well,
we
Christopher
just
has an opinion on Christopher Nolan. Yeah, fucking.
but like that movie attempted to do all of this, and we agreed that the heart part of it just felt kind of hollow. Like the emotional part of Nolan movies are always a little funny, but this movie I think successfully did everything that Interstellar strove to be. It is a spectacle movie while also being a very good interpersonal story between two characters we really care about. Yeah,
I feel like you're giving so much more credit than I would have. In that statement, because I don't think. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it short. I don't think he made Interstellar thinking he was gonna do a human aspect. In fact, it feels kind of tacked on. Like it feels like he's he's like, all right, I'll put a fucking human in this, or try to put characters in this goddamn movie. Matthew McConaughey does the best he can. He's the best performance in there. With the robot also being a very charming thing that keeps you going with it. But it feels like he's trying to get him out of the way so I can show you the bookcase. It's the fourth dimension, and all that. Dude, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do a full rant. But like, I don't think that's what he's trying to do in that movie. Is what I'm getting at, Ian.
Okay.
Yes. I watch movies good.
Okay. What did you guys get out of it?
Yeah, Nick, what'd you get out of it?
Well, I mean, I guess to pretty much echo Ian's sort of point, I do appreciate a movie like this being out in science fiction that's this big in size. I'm also in agreement of Chris's opinions on Interstellar, because I feel like I'm also in the camp of, I think it's not about anybody. I think it's just about it just seems like it's more and more about throwing cool ideas and big organ swells over it.
Oh yeah.
And there's some points where watching it, especially Interstellar, I think I don't know any of their names. I just know
Matthew McConaughey,
and then everyone else.
Anne Hathaway, Matthew McConaughey.
That's right. Anne Hathaway's in that fucking. I forgot.
Does it really matter
what
their name is? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Nolan's like that. Like, they don't really matter. It's just
the guy from Tenet's name is Tenet.
My actors here, like, that's kind of
it. His name is Joker, and
who's
Batman.
Bruce Joker Wayne, and Bane.
Cat Lady, Catwoman.
Cat Lady. Interstellar.
That's right, Cat Lady.
Yeah, Interstellar is like the one I think I probably agree the most that I think it's just a direction I just wasn't into, besides J.J. Abrams' direction of science fiction and movies. So I appreciate this movie more. I think I got out of it, a deep love, for rocks and sentient rocks.
Rock on.
And get me off this rock to another rock. Third rock from the sun type shit. Anyway, I got a very good movie, Chris. Movie good.
Movie good.
Could be bad, but not bad. Good.
Movie good. Good.
There you go.
What did I get at? Well, we kind of I kind of like touched upon the whole teacher making the bridges, connecting and everything with it. So kind of like in summary of that, it really is just like, the what's gonna solve the problems of the future, what's gonna solve the problems of now takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of work from people who are willing to collaborate and embrace the new, and embrace educated new ideas, not just any new ideas, but educated new ideas that come from a place of hopefulness and trying to actually solve the problem, right? And it requires that bridging of gaps. You cannot just have one type of person to isolate and all that. And that's more or less what I got out of it. But let's talk about let's. Are you guys willing to? Well, I mean, hopefully I don't keep them too long. Crazy Chris's rants?
Yeah.
Okay. So we kind of touched upon it before. I would totally sell out the human race for that rock.
Yes. Yes.
100%. If I was drugged, sent up to space, I couldn't remember my name, I couldn't remember everything. You bet your ass I'm doing it. And like, okay, well, because it goes into, you know what it reminds me of? Did anyone play One Shot, the game? I know this is a weird pool.
Not familiar.
Okay, so I played it for like a game I was working on at one point as research. Really like it. It's a good game. Go check it out. Play it on PC. I don't know what the other versions are like, but I like the stuff they do on PC specifically. The core kind of spoilers for the ending a little bit. I'm not going to be too specific, but essentially it does end up being a choice of like whether or not you sacrifice the child's life. And by sacrifice a child's life, I mean like he cannot go back to safety. He cannot like see his mom and back to the safety of his old life before being after being dragged into a life with a dying son and all that. If he fixes it, he forgoes his life, but he saved the current world he's in, right?
Right.
If he doesn't do it, he gets to go back with his mother. Now that game is really well written because there are people who are like, "Hey kid, you should just go back. Like this wasn't your problem. This wasn't we did this, right? We did everything. Every choice we made, everything we did led to this moment. That is on us." And here's the thing. And like the thing with that game is like I think they do a good job making it really ambiguous what the choice is. And like a lot of people go for, and I remember talking about this with the team I was working with. They all went for, and then I found out later a lot of people go for, yeah, let's save the world, and then the kid can live on. And then they asked me, and they went, Chris, what'd you do? I went, I let that world die. And they were like, what? And I was like, why the fuck does this child have to suffer for everyone else's mistake? They did this. Are you gonna take that? Are you gonna take that away from the kid? Who the fuck are they? What the fuck? They're like, but it makes him here. I'm like, so fucking what? He's gonna live with his mom. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna have a happy life. Well, and Nick made the most compelling argument to me that no one else had made, which was, well, he is a kid. They all seem like good people. There's a good chance he'll still live a good life there. And I went, Nick, that is the most compelling argument anyone has made for me, because everyone else was like, Chris, what the fuck? And I went, no, because this is what we're having kind of now, man, which is like the past generation has really fucked over a lot. Like, I'm not going to go too much in. I know that that's where the real crazy rant comes from. Has fucked over the current and future generations. It is not my thing to fix their shit. They should be responsible as adults and fix their own shit and get it working. I'm going to focus on the problems that affect me now. Now, granted, yes, that includes the problems from the past as well. However, my focus is not going to be on them. My focus would be on me, what's going to benefit me, and my possible future that I want to help out with, right? Like any kids in the future that I've taught and all that stuff. I am not worried about the people who fucked up. You know?
Chris, do you want to flip your visor down as you give the bird to the boomers and drive?
Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't want to do it, because it's just like, fuck you.
But isn't that the movie?
But
that's the movie. The movie is he's going against, like,
he stays in that ocean.
He
found connection with people who care, who fought for a future with those rocks.
Yeah.
Well, I guess to clarify the point I made to Chris that he found compelling, it's just like,
fuck you, old man.
Pretty much. I mean, I get it though. Like, I'm not saying Chris is wrong. I'm just saying, like, why?
So funny.
Why the opposite is possible? But I do agree with Chris that it's still wrong, because what it is, I mean, just like real life. I mean, even this movie points it out about priorities. About clearly someone's priority is being overridden, is overriding the reality of the information, right? Someone's like it's overriding the truth of the matter, right? And the truth of the matter is that you have a teacher against his will, forced to go to space, to go on essentially a suicide mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after all the events, it's just like, he wouldn't like be his life, whatever life he had back then is gone. Obviously, if he does go back, if he does make it, right?
Oh.
And the whole movie it feels like the whole movie was like back and forth. Like he will make it, he won't make it, he wants to make it, he doesn't want to make it.
Yeah.
So I think like him choosing to be a teacher at the end, and I think I don't know. I'm more of like I argue like he made the most human choice, which is he went his own way. He probably made the most human choice in the whole thing. Like everyone else.
I don't. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm saying like I think.
You were winding down.
No, that's all.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay,
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with your insanity is all.
With my,
I'm just saying it's not as crazy.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't know. I wouldn't use the word override because, like, I think it's more. I think it's way more intentional than that. Like, it's way they know. She knows exactly what she's doing. They know exactly what they're doing. They're sacrificing him and that's part of the point of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That you do sacrifice what this is we're doing. We're thinking about it. Like, what would the word be? Egalitarian, like an egalitarian sense, or utilitarian sense, in the sense of like we're doing everything we need to do to make this work, right? And that requires sacrificing you, or like to have you on there because that's the best chance for us. And that's like. Mm-hmm. It's 100% understandable, but 2, it does like extenuate the problem of because all these generations fucked it so hard that we're now in this corner, this choice, right? Like, and still, the older the people in power get to not have to do it. You know, it's just that. But
it's
I think that's
young
all
Ryan Gosling that gets shot.
Yeah, I think he's like 40 or 50.
Right.
But he's young in the movie, is what I'm getting compared to the old general.
Yeah. He's Botox.
Even though I'm pretty sure I'm not. I think she's probably the same age as like Ryan Gosling is too.
Probably. Yeah.
Yes, but they are trying to make like what I'm talking about is like more of a power dynamic.
Yeah.
My crazy rant just happened to involve age, because fuck you boomers. That's right.
Yeah. Bite you down.
Listen, I said it was crazy from the beginning, man. Like y'all can't come out. There was a reason I was like, maybe I shouldn't. But now that's out there. But I'm glad y'all are engaging with it. So like, but I wouldn't use and that's just being doing semantics, but I think the choice is a little bit more evil, right? Like it still adds to your point, for sure, Nick, and to what we're saying. I just want to make sure to point out just how evil the decision is, right? Like,
no, I get it.
Yeah.
It's a real Rusty venture kind of.
Oh man, that's good. That probably is.
It really is. Rusty.
So let's get into the second crazy Chris rant. And I call this one crazy because it's not that important to me, but it kind of is because it adds to the hope aspect of it. I like that Ryan Reynolds doesn't sacrifice himself. There's he gets to live. You know? Because
nobody.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That is to say, there's nobody in this movie who actually succeeds in sacrificing life for the sake of
point. Like, there's no the only reason you would to have Ryan Gosling die is because one, we expect that for movies. But why do we expect that for movies? We expect that for movies because every other fucking movie does it, and it's also like a weirdly American thing that we like to sacrifice our heroes for the greater good, and that's somehow some higher calling to it, right? And I think and we've developed that's become a mythos, like, now, to the point where people truly believe I have to sacrifice myself for my family. I have to sacrifice myself for future. Like, I have to kill myself in some fashion in order to make a point, versus living's the point, right? Versus being alive is its own form of power. And like, if I'm able to live, that's beyond accomplishment. We're able to prove, if we have Ryan Gosling's character live through this, it furthers proof not only were they able to solve the problem for future generations, we were able to solve the problem for us. That's how good it is, and that still adds hope. He gets to come back still a hero. He doesn't have to kill himself to be a hero. This is harkening back to Godzilla minus one, right? So like, or Godzilla minus zero. Am I fucking up the name?
It's -1. -0 is the next one.
-0 is the next one. That's why I'm fucking it up. I don't know why that just flashed across my mind. But it's -1, right? Where you could have done it either way, with him dying or not dying, and it would have had its own message. But I like the message of him living more, because I think that further serves this hopefulness for the future, right? That we don't have to keep sending bodies to die for a problem, like, or to create solutions. Anyway, I just like that it's in there. It's a critique I have in stories a lot that you see all the time, where I kind of like roll my eyes at the sacrifice, to the point where I think, like, it's kind of like, it feels dumb. It makes the character feel dumb. It doesn't serve the story. It's just because we want it that way, right? Because we've seen it in others.
We don't need to necessarily totally unpick this comment, but I'm going to say that also totally ties back to the comment about his not political, but certainly informed by his worldview and perspective philosophically. Like, 100%. There's, as you said, there's a history of Hollywood films that have said there's something really wonderful and valuable about ultimately sacrificing your life for your beliefs. Like, that is a long spent thing. And oh my gosh, it's a big, heavy topic. I mean, I could point to a bunch of things besides Americans' general Christian vibes, and America's relationship with the military, which we've talked about before too. Which anyway, that is to say, Andy Weir's I think general position is not compatible with those, but it certainly does benefit a hopeful viewpoint that no, actually, there is something higher than throwing your life at a problem.
Than becoming a martyr for no reason than to become a martyr.
Yes. Totes. Agreed.
It goes back to the thing of, like, we're doing smart choices here, and I do think the smart choice is to not have the main character die. That's pretty much it. The fuck you boomers ones is like, I know that was the craziest one, but
no, we all support it. Oh man, no, we think you're great. You're great.
Oh yeah, thanks.
We're brave. No, it was really brave.
No, you're doing a brave thing.
I've never said this down before.
You're just keeping it real, dude. I'm like, I'm glad you said it. Glad I didn't have to say it, but I agree with. I'm glad you said it. Oh fuck!
Clearly took a lot out of you, man, and I appreciate your
fucking hand thing. That's the right pose to be like, hey man, listen, you did your thing. What I saw today was a different side of you, and what I saw was a man.
I feel you, dog.
Oh man!
You think philosophy arguments were like that? You're like, yeah, I feel you, dog.
No, a lot of it was like, hey, I hear you, man. I may disagree, but I respect you. I mean, hear that. We're gonna talk it out later.
Yeah.
Let's let these old men surround themselves with children, says the philosophers. Oh man, Greek philosophy's fucked up. You all should look into it. It's really dark.
Oh, please do.
I mean, we went full circle with the podcast stuff, because then
we did. Wait, what? Hang on.
So, like the Manosphere podcast thing, and then
oh yeah,
Because old Greek philosophy was all like super ego and masculine, and then nowadays it's all we're back to that.
In some respects, yeah, all of those guys are ripping off.
Is that crazy?
Stoics.
Is that crazier than what you said, Chris?
No, it's not crazy. It's just like we can't talk about this. We can't do this now. We're gonna go on forever. It's gonna be dark.
Yes and
no. I'm looking at the time. It's no and stop. So we're gonna have to...
no and never.
No and never. You're right. That's better. See, hey people, that's called reiteration. That's comedy writing. Yeah, you work. There you go. You work on it. You don't go with the first one. You work it out with other people. It'll be funnier.
True.
I think we're done. We're done, right?
We're done. Yeah.
We're supposed to do like a recommendation usually, and then we're done.
Shit. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's do it real quick. Ian, you go. You seem like you have a recommendation. Then
sure. Hey everybody, if you like Andy Weir and you want more Andy Weir, get the book that they haven't adapted yet, 2017's Artemis. It's about a woman named Jazz who's a smuggler who illegally tracks things to the one human settlement on the moon called Artemis.
Oh, you should do that one next. That one sounds more fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
Nick, what would you recommend?
I would recommend. I was thinking about this after the movie, and I was thinking
I should have thought about this at all. But sorry, Nick.
Never. No. And I think a lot of it reminded me of like, I guess what I do prefer in science fiction, where it's more like kind of like Vagabond style, more like drifting along dystopias.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, got you.
So there's besides Valerie and Jolita or Blame or other stuff similar in that style of a main character, I think I think my favorite version of it is this manga called Yokohama Shopping Trip. It's pretty much about an android who opens like a small cafe in the middle of like an environment like near Mount Fuji, and pretty much like sort of explores in their own way like the dystopian environment of like a post disaster cyberpunk. It's kind of like Valhalla in that sense. You're getting it through the other characters.
The Valhalla, the video game, the cyberpunk bartending. Yeah.
So I recommend it. It was really good. I was surprised how long it was. It's like 14 volumes, but it's really good. It's a bit old. It's like late 90s to 06. But
yeah, that is old now, isn't it?
You're right, Chris. It doesn't matter.
That is old.
Yeah, it's old
30 years.
I mean, it's old as you. It's 95. So.
I don't like that.
Get used to it, buddy. Get used to it.
Oh, no. Like Ian, the greatest thing about I once said this. You remember that interview I did in college? About the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay. My favorite thing I ever said in that interview, I don't know if they ever brought it up. I could ask my professor who did it. My favorite thing ever is that the best thing about me and Ian is that he's older than me, and he'll forever be older than me. no matter how hard I try.
It's true.
Hey man, don't do you. Yeah, you come at me, I'll come at you. Let's.
Anyway,
what was the name of it again, Nick?
Yokohama Shopping Trip.
Shopping Trip. Okay. What do I recommend? I should have thought about this. I don't know. Hopeful. Yeah, we already. I mean, we did the episode on. I would have done Godzilla -1, honestly, but like, the thing where they solve a problem. Honestly, probably Star Trek and some, but I haven't watched Star Trek, so I can't like fully. I've only seen certain episodes of Deep Space Nine because I would watch other people watch Deep Space Nine. What would Chris recommend? Drifting space sci-fi. I'll go out. No, No, I don't know how much that would account actually.
Okay.
Oh man, we could do this. I could figure it out.
Hopeful sci-fi, man. Drifting in outer space, sci-fi.
Hopeful sci-fi. What's something that's I would actually argue a lot of Harlan Ellison's work is very hopeful. And I think people just accept. Yeah, of course. Well, even in the case of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, because he considers the game as its true form of that story, because the original he wrote in one night.
Mm-hmm.
The game does end in a hopeful manner where people the true ending is them taking their lives back.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
I do argue a lot of Harlan Ellison's work is rather hopeful. Because Harlan we've talked about it before, and yes, I'm biased because Harlan Ellison's one of my favorite authors of all time. But he does have an anger and cynicism to it, but it comes from this love of life that he does have, this adoration of life, this love of the arts, this love of everything. So the stuff that does make him angry is stuff in society that is fucked up or tends to take away from people's lives, right?
Yeah.
So I would argue go read some short stories by him. I do think a lot of it's more hopeful than you would think. Not saying it all is, but there is a hopeful core to everything. There's a love of life in there that he truly does have.
Yeah.
And it's that old sci-fi feeling. Don't you worry about that. It feels good. It's good shit. He's just an excellent writer. He really is. He's really good. He is good. Yeah. Yeah, that's would be my recommendation. Go read Harlan Ellison. Why not?
Yeah.
All right. That should do it. That was a long one. That was a really long one. I gotta render this video. But that was good. That was a good episode. You listened to it. What'd you think?
You heard it. Yeah, right?
Tell us in the comments. Yeah, I read them. Not all the time. Not I don't go. It's usually when I upload the next one because the videos are there. Yeah. You're welcome.
Hey, let's try that as a closer.
Oh,
you're fucking welcome.
Yeah,
is that good enough? Can we stop?
Can we stop? All right. No, we're done. All right. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Have a good one. Bye.